Africa's tech scene is booming, with technology providing simple and accessible solutions to everyday problems. And yet, women make up just 30% of the tech industry's professionals in sub-Saharan Africa. We meet 5 entrepreneurs looking to change that.
We want to build Africa's largest learning platform. It's just day one. There's the rest of the Africa to go into. I'm really just passionate about how we make it.
Fintech continues to dominate the startup space in Nigeria, but edtech startups are gaining ground.
Across Africa, millions of students don't have access to great teachers, the lack of curriculum content that is relevant for today's world. And if we look across the population in Nigeria, how quickly it's growing, and we look at how quickly the world is developing, we recognize that technology is probably the only way in which we can create really an intervention and provide a real solution.
Even though primary education is free and compulsory, about 10.5 million Nigerian children between the ages of 5 and 14 don't attend school, according to UNICEF. Honey Ogundeyi is betting her startup, Edukoya, will turn things around.
Edukoya is a learning app targeted at students in Nigeria and in Africa that helps them prepare for examinations, study, and also connect with tutors in less than a minute. We're solving a real problem around lack of access to quality education in Africa. We have a technology matching algorithm that matches students and tutors in real time. We also provide digital curriculum content and really detailed solutions prepared by teachers, and we also match the student up, creating a learning path that's personalized for them.
Edukoya was founded in 2021, but Honey is not new to the tech scene.
I've been working in technology for 18 years. I think initially, always on the business side. Worked at Google as one of the first hires in Google in Nigeria. And I think I got a front row seat, and not only a front row seat, but a real great chance to make a difference on the beginning of the internet economy across Nigeria and Africa. And I think that sort of arose my passion really in using technology, but also using it within the continent. So I started my first startup, Fashpa, which is first sort of e-commerce platform for fashion in Nigeria, and grew that out. I've gone on to work in another startup, which is digital bank, Kuda, which has gone on to do super well.
She says she built Edukoya to solve a major problem: students being left behind.
I went to school in Lagos, Nigeria, so I did my primary and half of my secondary school education here. We were about 100 people in my class and 700 people in my year. But I think what really struck me at that time was just how easy it was for some students, to just fall behind in the system. I also had the opportunity to go to school abroad. I could get a more personalized experience, and I was able to perform better. I really benefited from having access to great teachers at different points. And sometimes I really also suffered from not having access to those teachers. Just thought, really in this sector, technology can really bring to bear how we really teach the next billion learners.
The e-learning app has already made a big impact, in more ways than one.
Our pre-seed round as well, it was the largest sort of round for a pre-seed company in edtech in Africa. But I think it was a groundbreaking moment in showing that what can be possible in edtech, and showing a real belief that you can really build big and valuable companies in the education sector. And I think for female founders, I think it's a real watershed moment to show that women can be at the forefront of raising this round, but also putting together great teams and really chasing after and going after big opportunities.
Honey says it has always been important to her to support other women in tech. So despite her busy schedule, she takes time to do just that.
I think we can build valuable companies, women, female founders, and we need all the support that we can get to basically build more and do more. If I want to see more female founders in the world, then I have to do my part in sort of supporting the growth of female founders. I'm going to be meeting with Abisola. She's the founder at Agnes Health, which is a health tech startup.
Abisala Aladapo says having Honey on her side has been invaluable.
She mentors and coaches me as I walk through my fundraising journey and set up my startup for success. Honey has done such a great job in her previous experiences and in what she does now, and I'm really glad that she's really open to sharing that journey and the lessons she's learned.
Honey says she'd like Edukoya's impact to go beyond its users.
One child going to school and getting access to the best education they can and getting into university and getting a job can change the trajectory for that whole family for generations. I'm genuinely actually really super excited about the students that we work with, the parents that we work with. There's nothing more inspiring than that to make you want to get out and sort of make a difference.
This student, prepping for her university exams, says the app is a valuable asset.
I've been using the app for like, I think 6 months now. Once I read my book, go to the app, open it, answer questions. I'll go back to that topic maybe the following week to show that I actually remember what I've read, so I don't have to be scared. So it has actually given me confidence that yes, I truly know this thing. That if I see this type of question in the exam, I'll be able to answer it.
With such a big mission and vision, Honey has a special place she goes to recharge.
So this place just inspires me by the possibilities. By 2050, there will be 1 billion Africans between the ages of 0 to 18. And with the right education, they can really be a force of growth in Africa and across the world. And here I get inspired by that very mission and how we're working at Edukoya to deliver that.
With Edukoya, she says, while challenges exist, there's still a lot to be excited about.
I like to think of us as the school of the future. We're preparing students for not only for now, really pushing African students to be the forefront of the global education space.